Hey everyone, it's Andrew from Performance here. We're all stuck in self-isolation, which is kind of hard work, and if you're anything like me, you'll be struggling through the day being homebound. But there are things we can do to, make yourself feel a wee bit better about things. I found exercise is one of them, so I've come up with something for you guys, for all the performance members, and we're going to run some videos over the next few weeks or however long it takes to get out of this, and I hope everyone's doing their part, and I'm sure you are. So I've come up with something anyway that just sort of you can do from home. You need no gear, and you can do it inside or outside as well, and challenge your bubble, your family to get involved and do it too. So what I've got for you guys here is basically a classic AMRAP. We're calling it Carnage's AMRAP challenge. AMRAP stands for as many rounds or reps as possible, okay? So it's basically what I want you to do, get out quite a bit of work, and this is generally the way I like to work out. We're going to have 6 exercises with variations to them, okay? So I do like the smaller number of exercises because having too many in an AMRAP, that's just too long, and you want to get a build up of the same exercise that really starts burning that muscle, and you want that finish line to be rather closer than too far away each round, so you can sort of have a higher intensity through it. Choice of rep range, 10, 12, 15 reps per exercise. I'm going to let you decide what you want to do with that as far as your reps go. The way I do it would be to start, small and then progress through the week, and that's what I hope most of you do. Choice of workout duration, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, okay? So again, people will vary with that. Just do the best you can, but you're working for that whole time basically, so that's what we want you to do. Okay, so I think the best thing to do is, the easy way to get started is just to go through what exercises we've got and the variations to them. So, some of them are rather hard, but I'm sure everyone will be able to cope, and I'll explain as we go. Right, cool. So pretty standard issue stuff really. First exercise is a bodyweight squat. So I've worked out my workout, I know exactly how many reps I'm doing, I'm getting started. So I'm basically 2 feet standing apart, that front on view, shoulder width apart. I usually like my hands out, and we're just going to squat down, nice and low. Nice and low. So that's 2, 3. So if you see me side on, like I'm keeping a nice straight back down, falling on my glutes, pushing up through my heels. So I don't want to see you fall too far forward with this one. So if you can stand nice and upright with that. Okay, so that's your bodyweight squats. Now a variation of them, the first variation would be jump squats. Okay, so jump squats. Okay, so they'll get the heart rate up a bit more. They're actually quite tough. And the other variation would be weighted front squats. Now, some of you might have gear at home, you might have a kettlebell strength bag that you can hold front, hold in your front and do your weighted front squats, goblet squats. But you can get creative, like look, I grab a bag of the old compost, I'm holding it up, keep it close to the chest, and it's the same deal. So you can hold it, just wrap it around, squat nice and low down, okay? So really anything you could use that is weight, because that's all it is weight. So that's the first exercise. So you can progress through the week through them by starting on your body weights, to your jumps, to your weighted, or you weighted first and your jumps. Cool, so let's get your legs done. So now we're on to push-ups. Okay, so standard issue push-ups. Hands under the shoulders, chest nice and low. Nice and low. I don't want to see this, which I quite often see with push-ups, which annoys me. We get nice and low, chest down. Okay, so that's your standard press-up. Now, if you struggle to get them out, just going to fall on your knees. you're getting that same motion go through, your core staying nice and straight, but we're staying on our knees. Okay, so that's an alternative. Just make sure that core is straight and locked in. And the other one, variation for that, is called a gorilla press, which are quite cool. So we get down. Right, so you're beating your chest like a gorilla. Now, if you want, you can make the noise to it, but it doesn't make it any easier. I've tried, and it sounds quite cool though. Hey, there's my dog Baxter, come say hello. So they're really hard. I mean, even those four just got my heart rate up quite a lot. So you know, there's a progression. So if you struggle to start with standard ones, just go on your knees straight away, okay, and then move to the standard push-ups on your feet. Now another thing I should mention before I go into the third exercise is, with your numbers, if you can't get 10 out in a row, or 12 out in a row, or whatever you decide, just make sure you get that number out total amount. So if you do 3 at a time, you know, 5 at a time, just make sure it adds up to that number. Okay, because all it is you're going to be working through that time. Right, so the next one's burpees. Okay, so everyone loves a good burpee. So standard issue burpees, just down on our hands, and kick out. We won't even press, okay, so we're just down on our hands. I sort of just press anyway. So that's the standard one. So the next one will be, we'll go Superman, okay, so we're down on our tummies, and then we press up, okay, so you lift your legs and your hands up, like Superman. Okay, with your burpees too, make sure you jump up, hands up, it completes the rep. Okay, and the other alternative to that is the mountain climbers, so we'll be going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back up, okay? Down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back up. Cool, so that's then covered. Alright, so really those three, if you'd start, you know, if you've got any jump squats, the push-ups, burpees, it's really going to get your heart rate up, it's quite good. Right, next one is another leg one, so step lunges. So basically, we're just going to lunge alternatively, each leg, not really going anywhere, but you'll just count out. And that would be, we'll just make it, if it's 12, it'll be 6 each side. If it's 10, you know, 5 each side. So we'll just do it that way. Okay, so weighted walking lunges, weighted. Okay, so again, you can just do walking lunges by themselves, but if you want to use a weighted thing or whatever you got handy, you know, we're walking. Okay, so in that case, you do 5 forward, 5 back for 10, 6 forward, 6 back, and so on. And the other option to your lunges is your split squats. Okay, so another one that gets your heart rate up quite well. So that would be the same deal, 5 on each side, and so on. So that's them covered. Yeah, so another good one. Like if you were to combine, you know, your jumps, say your mountain climber burpees, any sort of push-up, and whatever, or your split squats in there with those 4 exercises, that's going to be a hell of a, you're going to get your heart rate up quite a lot. That's really good, you know, over an amount of time. The next exercises we're going to do glute bridge. Okay, I've just started doing these actually, and I found them quite good. Lie back, yeah, hands back. Try to tuck your feet in as much as possible. To a degree, like I can't get them in too far because of my knees, but all we're going to do is sit there like this, and then you're going to drive your hips up and down. Oh. Right, so drive them up and down. Yeah, nice and high, and squeeze your glutes when you're up there. Okay, so they're quite good. You'll be able to feel them burn as you go. Now the weighted ones. Again, go back to my compost. Right, so strength bag or anything's good for this, but okay, so same deal, but we've just got a bit of weight there this time. Okay, so you may have to hold on to these, but I think the main thing is if you're driving up nice and strong, you can feel your glutes. They start burning. Really good for the glutes. And the other alternative to that is single leg. Okay, so now we go back to our arms out, and we're just going to push up single leg. Okay, and I can tell you after 10 of those on each leg, you'll be feeling that. Okay, so they're quite good. I've only just started doing them myself, so I'm finding them really good actually. So that's them covered. Now the last exercise is actually a combination of 3. So we're going to do a bit of a core smash. So the numbers will stay the same. So you'll actually be getting 30 reps out if you're doing 10. So the first one's lying leg raises. So we're on our back. We have our hands out, or just to your sides. Feet nice and low, not touching the ground. And we're just coming up. In control. Okay, so we're not then throw them up and roll our tailbone up. We just want to pull up from our core. Okay? Even if we sit up a wee bit, you actually get a wee crunch in there as well. So that will get them burning. And then we're on our commandos, okay? So we're into a prone, and we're hopping on our hands and hopping down on our elbows again. And you can alternate each hand as you go, or you can do 5 on each, 6 on each, and so on, just to get through them. And the last one with that one is hip dips. So the way I do it is I do your leg raises, do your commandos. You're doing your commandos, you get to your last one, you get down on your elbows, and then we're starting the hip dip. Okay, so that's twisting your hips around each side. Okay, trying to keep your shoulders square. Now we're working our obliques here. Okay, so a lot of the other stuff, well, it's more abdominal rectus, which is in the front. Now we're getting a good twist on the side of our obliques. Okay, and they're really good. They burn, or you feel them stretch. It's quite a good one. Okay, so that's pretty much it covered. We've got our exercises. You finish off with the prone. So how long that takes you, if you start with a 20-minute exercise duration, and you get through that in 7 minutes or whatever, then you're back up to the top and you're starting again. Okay, generally stick to your same exercises per day, the ones that you decide to do, and go from there. And if you can, progress through the week. So, and also if we're doing nice heavy number 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 reps. Okay, 80 reps per round. So 5 rounds, 400 reps, that's a decent amount. Okay, so really try to push that number up. I love just knowing how much I've done, as far as reps go. So, like challenge yourselves to get more and more out, more rounds, more reps. So I think that covers it. Look, if you have any problems with it, you can directly contact me on Carnage House. I'm not on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, Carnage House Training. And just quickly going over these, we'll just quickly go over these now, what I've written down the bottom. Challenge yourselves, we'll talk about that. Partners, household, or your bubble as they call it. So whoever you're with, you can set this up and challenge your household. Have a bit of fun with it. Record daily achievements. Through the whole week, I'd be like totaling the whole week's numbers worth, to see how much you can actually get out. It's a good wee challenge. You don't want it, it's not too complicated, so you don't really need it too complicated. progress through the week, we've talked about that with timing exercises. So, you know, you might start at 20 minutes, but by the end of the week, you know, you're feeling good and pump yourself up to 30, 40 minutes of work. And the same with your rep range, you know, 12 to 15, 10 to 15, sorry. So get that done, you know, bump up to the higher numbers because that's going to be a lot of work. I mean, 15, you're looking at well over 100 reps per round, which is bloody good. So that's what I'll be looking at. Give some feedback as well. Like, it'd be cool if you post some numbers up on the Facebook page or on Insta page. I'll be really interested to see how you go. You know, again, challenge yourselves. We've got time to do it. You know, in a way you could nearly, you know, morning and night, if you're doing the 20-minute one especially, you could bang out a couple of these a day. Yeah, that's the way I'll be looking at it. And last thing, have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously, but you can, you know, if you're really into it, challenge yourself. But if it's just to get you up and get you moving throughout the day, then it's worthwhile. You know, it's made what I've done worthwhile too, knowing that you're doing it. So just have a bit of fun with it, and yeah. So I think that's all. So thanks very much, and look after yourselves. And hopefully, you know, I'll do another post within another week. We'll see how this goes, and yeah, we'll catch up with you. So take care.